Welcome back to the Brass Band Conference at the Life Centre in Sale, presented by Brass Bands England. And I'm Kenny Crookston. I am the CEO of BBE. And it's now time to introduce my boss. The Brass Band Conference Awards were inaugurated last year to recognise outstanding work and great achievements of members of the Brass Band fraternity, some of whom have been otherwise unrecognised by the wider community. The winners of these awards have all been nominated by members of the public, and they were chosen by the Trustees of Brass Bands England after a careful consideration of all the nominations. Unfortunately, it's impossible to actually present these today because, for obvious reasons, but we will contact the winners very soon to arrange a suitable presentation, hopefully at an event sometime over the coming months, but I'm sure everybody will respect the current circumstances, and we will get that done as soon as possible. Anyway, to present the awards, I'm delighted to be able to be joined today by the Chairman of Brass Bands England, Mike Kilroy.
Thank you, Kenny. It's great to be here. We've had a fantastic morning so far. The AGM was well attended. We had a band across there from Tokyo, a very welcome visitor, and this morning has been exceptional. Starting this afternoon, of course, as Kenny says, we come to the part that I think really honours the achievements of some people within the brass band community. And as chair, it's my absolute honour and privilege to present these today, or at least announce who they are. The first award is Service to Youth. This particular award is presented to a remarkable person who has dedicated their entire life to youth music in their part of the world. They've been an exceptional member of the North East banding community, and they've been the catalyst for the musical achievements of many young people over the years. This person started playing the cornet aged 10 in Hetton Silver Band, and was presented with the 50-year award for services to brass bands by Durham County Brass Band Association in 2015. In 1976, our winner became a teacher at Hetton's Lions Primary School, and it is estimated they have taught over 1,000 children to play brass instruments before taking retirement last year. The winner of this award freely and generously gave hours of unpaid instrumental lessons and rehearsals to children during their breaks and after school clubs being located in an area of economic and social deprivation. Many children in the school would not have had the chance to enjoy learning music or the opportunity to play an instrument otherwise. In 1993, peripatetic teachers were removed by the local council in that area, so our worthy recipient learned to play the clarinet and flute over that summer, enabling those without a teacher to continue their musical education whilst continuing their own brass and percussion lessons. Many of these students have gone on to become successful musicians in brass bands in the UK and abroad. The winner of this award has been involved with the Horton Area Youth Band for over 40 years as a player and now as a conductor and tutor. Our winner is an extremely modest person. They've never sought the limelight for themselves, but have been rewarded in seeing the self-esteem and confidence they have helped to develop in the young people they have taught and inspired over the years. I'm really proud and pleased to announce that the winner of the 2020 Brian W. Hicks Memorial Shield, which is this, and this lovely thing for services to youth, is Glenys Smith. And that's the best applause I've had for quite a long time. No, this is for you, Glenys. We have met at Beamish a while ago, and it's always a pleasure to enjoy your company. The next award that we are going to give is the Innovation Award. It's got to be said, with all these awards, there were so many fantastic nominations. It's very difficult to pick out those that really stood out. But I've got to say, in this particular area, this was quite an outstanding nomination, I think. Our Innovation Award category covers a wide spread of activity, and this year has been no exception, with nominations covering a wide range of activities. These activities included the brilliant projects a number of individuals and organisations have delivered during lockdown, like the amazing National Youth Brass Band of Great Britain, National Youth at Home course, and Fulham Brass Band, where conductor John Ward has managed to keep his players engaged in banding through presentations and discussions with some leading members of the brass band and wider music communities. However, there is one area that has been largely untouched through generations of banding, and this particular subject has come to the fore in all aspects of life, particularly during these past few months. Recently in banding, as in sport, education and the workplace, mental health has been recognised, and not before time, to be fair, to be an area that everyone needs to take more interest and care. In the brass band sector, the Brass on the Mind project is currently leading the way, encouraging members of bands, not just players, to become mental health first aiders. The course helps more people to become aware of the signs and symptoms of mental ill health and gives the tool to help assist people if they are just struggling. Our winner also presents a free podcast on which they invite guests to join them and talk about their experience of mental health within banding and playing, normalising the stigma and getting the conversation started between players and members. The ultimate aim of the Brass on the Mind project, in the winner's own words, are, with more awareness, understanding, support, resilience and structures in place in our band rooms, together we can help create a safer and more supportive environment for the musicians that need it. I'm privileged to announce that the winner of the 2020 Brass Band England Innovation Award is Tabby Kerwin. So well deserved, Tabby, and this is for you. We'll get that to you as soon as we can. It'd be great to catch up as well. So our auto cue has gone off, so I can carry on though. The next award that we're going to give is a Social Impact Award. This next category is very difficult to judge, as many individuals and groups were rightly nominated for the outstanding work they've carried out, and often over many years in their own communities in places like Kirby Moorside, Dobcross and Hull. The winner of this award is a remarkable young person who is making an outstanding impression on fledgling musicians, some of a very young age, and adding considerably to the sustainability of his own banding community in doing so. This person's passion and tenacity was proven when they recently fronted the Mini Maestros project, which raised £19,000 to provide free music classes for children aged 0 to 3 years, led by professional musicians across Berkshire, with the aim of nurturing quality music making and a love of music for life in local communities. It might take a while to see the real impact of much of this work, but in building foundations for the future of their own band, and in no doubt many other bands across the country, his influence is sure to be seen for many years into the future. Our winner teaches at Berkshire Maestros, which is the Berkshire Music Hub, and is now part of the management team where his focus is on the wider engagement and accessibility for young people. This person has also held the position of solo euphonium, well done, at their band since 2013 and is part of the musical leadership team there. It gives me great pleasure to announce that the winner of the 2020 Brass Band England Social Impact Award is Sam Wynne of Wantage Brass Band. And this is for you, Sam. Well done. And keep the euphonium playing going. So we come to our Lifetime Achievement Award. Choosing the winners of the Lifetime Achievement Awards is never easy in any walk of life. And in brass bands, there are a huge number of high achievers who are very familiar as performers. One person, less familiar to some but no less impactful, has made an enormous contribution to brass banding over his lifetime in music, which began in the Salvation Army. This person was a professional singer and academic, worked for many years as a producer on Radio 3, and was instrumental in the foundation of the BBC Festival of Brass, which later became the RNCM Brass Festival. As a founder of the Brass Band Heritage Trust, this person has also been responsible for a vast number of commissions for brass band from notable composers encompassing all of the major band contests around the world. Our winner was the Associate Editor of the British Bandsman from 2010 to 2018, and for the past 5 years has been the Chairman of the European Brass Band Association's Music Commission. The recipient of this award has continued to present the RNCM Brass Band Festival, featuring a number of the leading bands in the UK and beyond, an event that has also expanded in recent years to include youth events and discussion groups on various aspects of community brass banding. And there are still plenty of great ideas that will help shape the musical and structural futures of brass banding throughout Europe for many years to come. The very worthy winner of the 2020 Brass Band England Lifetime Achievement Award is Paul Hindmarsh. It'd be a great pleasure to present this to you, Paul, and thank you for everything you've done for us in the past and in the future as well. So finally, Brass Band England trustees started, you could hardly call it a tradition. We started this last year. It was our Trustee Special Award, so this is the second time that it's been given. But this is something we intend to do every year in the future. It's now becoming the norm, of course, that we do this to a particular deserving member of the brass band fraternity for outstanding service or an exceptional contribution. This year, we decided that our special award should go to Nigel Birch. So, of course, I've given his name early rather than later because it's really obvious who this is going to be. Nigel has been the musical director of the Lions Youth Band organisation for over 30 years, taking it from a small group of 12 players to a flourishing organisation with several bands and over 100 members, many of whom have gone on to perform with some of the top bands in the UK. Nigel has led the band to 2 national championship victories and performances at the European Championships and Youth Brassing Concerts. Success on the contest stage is secondary for Nigel, as he is focused on ensuring that the band has a supportive atmosphere where players are encouraged to enjoy their playing via engaging rehearsals and tutoring in workshops from many of the area's leading players. Nigel's commitment to young people in brass bands extends beyond his work with Lions. He works for the Love Music Trust, where he teaches the next generation of young brass players in primary schools. And since December 2019, he has been a trustee of the Unibrass Foundation, where he has specific responsibility for helping to support young people as they transition from youth bands to university bands. I'm delighted to round off today's awards announcement by congratulating Nigel Birch on his outstanding contribution to brass bands and on being the recipient of the Brass Bands England Special Award. And that's for you. Well done. Thank you. Back to Kenny.
Thanks, Mike. And thanks for all the nominations as well. And congratulations to the winners. We will be in touch. We really were delighted with the response this year to the awards. We had some great nominations. But keep them coming in for next year. We will make it clear over the next few months how you will be able to nominate for the 2021 Brass Band Awards. And if you have deserving people in your organisation, please make an effort and see that they have a chance to be recognised.